Yes, we are back. Next gen nostalgia gang is back. And boy, oh boy, the heat is on. And when I mean the heat, I'm talking about Nintendo Switch 2, baby. The Tariff God console itself. Before we get started talking about that, I got to introduce the gang that we have on board with us today. We have Advanced Boss,
Yo,
and we got the Gears God Reject,
What's up?
aka Sonic 06 God. Anyways, speaking of like shitty things that's going on, um, fellas, we've been gathered here today by Nintendo themselves to talk
yeah?
about to talk about
Sponsored video.
this video is sponsored by Nintendo. No, we're not. Yeah, so there's a lot of controversy going on, a lot of tears,
a lot
tears,
of whining.
a lot of tears of the kingdom, tears about this reveal. I've heard that this was the worst reveal, the worst console reveal. This is on X.
The worst.
It's not the worst. It's not the worst, but
this is the worst.
But this is what's being told. This this is $450, and we have $80 games, and
Yeah, we do.
And
Too broke to afford.
We got $90 Joy-Cons, and
we do.
Like, dude.
Yeah.
Look, okay. I'm probably the least Nintendo fan out of everyone on the panel today, right? I would say Boss is the most shilliest Nintendo person here, and Reject's probably like right in the middle. Okay. I pretty much if you look at the screen, folks, from left to right, it'd be lowest to highest. I'm the lowest ranking Nintendo. Boss is all the way on the right because he's the highest ranking. I did that strategically because I have a brain. And that's the thing I've noticed a lot of people lacked during these announcements of the Switch 2 specs, prices, game prices, accessory prices. It's been nothing but tears and greed and oh my God, how can they do this to us? It's $450 for a Nintendo. I thought it was for family. I thought it was for consumers. Us. It's anti-consumer. I just don't know. I gotta pay for my upgrades, bro. Like, what the fuck is going on? Look, I'm not a shill. I did not want the system. I did not want this system day one. Okay. I didn't want it till 2026. You know why? Because there was one game that I saw that I wanted, and it was Duskbloods. But after seeing all you broke pussies crying about the Nintendo Switch 2, I just want it day one now, because I know half of you can't afford it. If you're crying about a $450 handheld, and it's going to cost more because of tariffs. You know that, right?
I paid double for the Steam Deck.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Wait, look. All right, let me just break this shit
down. Let's do it step by step, please. Let's just start from the top, and we're gonna chip away at this. Let's walk them through it. It's gonna hurt a little, but they need to hear it.
Where are we gonna start from? The direct, because obviously, if you guys look on the channel, I did the live reaction. Was it like 80% truth and 20% a little bit of YouTube trolling? Yeah, of course. You know what I mean? But in reality, I was genuinely excited because we're all excited for new products and new things, whatever, right?
Right.
So, obviously, the aftermath of everything is the fact that how dare Nintendo charge money for this console? It should have been free, right? I exaggerate, but the point is, the Switch OLED is still $350 to this day, right?
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Okay.
Yeah.
So the Switch OLED is $100 cheaper than this. And therefore, this system is probably 3 to 4 times stronger than that. But we're crying over $100, guys, right? Mind you, if I'm going to do the research and I'm going to post it in like maybe someplace, Threads, Instagram, wherever. I'm going to find this shit because I didn't have time to look for crybabies. But I know you motherfuckers was out there for months, for years saying the Switch 2 needs to have this, it needs to have that. It's underpowered, so it better have 4K. It better have at least 120 frames. I'm not looking at no damn 40 80p screen and those other bullshit. They gave you everything you wanted
Yep.
and you're mad about it. That's the thing that's pissing me off. It'd be different if Nintendo's like, hey guys, we got the 720p console at a maximum of 60 frames per second. You can do up to 1440p in dock mode. And for 450, like, yeah, you guys thrashed this system, right? Thrash it.
Mhm.
Godly, you have been on record saying a lot of times, at least off the record with me, saying the dock should give it that power that it
Yeah,
needs.
this is something I've always said. I always said the Switch being handheld, underpowered makes sense, but I always felt that when you dock it, it should at least make
Go
it
Super Saiyan.
not Super Saiyan, just playable. Like, I'm just being honest. Look, I know everyone loves the Switch 1. Switch 1 was super successful console. There's games I love on the Switch, but I have to be honest. There's games that I love, but they're just not playable for me. I'm sorry. It's 2025. 30 frames per second is just not cutting it for me. And this whole, like, if you ever play Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, it's like one of my favorite games that I can't finish because for me, it's unplayable. I'm a performance person. I don't give a fuck about the graphics. I want my performance. I want my game to run how it should run in 2025. The fact that, like, if you really break it down, if you would have went back in the 90s and said, like, while the kids are playing Super Nintendo, let's just say you're playing Super Ghouls and Ghosts, right, on Super Nintendo. There's this one big mechanic that the game has that everyone knows, and you will experience it in the first stage about 2 screens into the game. The game slows down and starts lagging. And then if I would have came from the future through a portal, man, hey Godly, what's gaming like in the future? And I pull out my Switch and I show you Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. And he's like, whoa. But then everyone on the screen pops their super, their ultra, their ultimate, and then the screen just starts lagging and slowing down. And then the younger me is gonna be like, wait, they didn't fix that? I thought it was the future. That's disappointing. I'm sorry. That's just very disappointing to me. So fast forwarding, the Switch 2 gets announced, and I get excited because they're showing not even graphical upgrades, performance upgrades on games that I missed, partially because I didn't like the mechanic. Breath of the Wild. Okay, I'm gonna just say it. I did not play Breath of the Wild all the way because I did not like the breakable item shit, and then the game ran like shit to me. I know some people were okay with it. There's people that really think 30 frames is okay, and that's great. I'm glad you guys can look past that. I can't. I'm come from the era where games progressed, and when I play the Switch, I feel like I went back to like PS1 as far as performance. I'm talking about no, not 360.
Yeah.
No,
360 had a lot of games 30 frames per second, dude. That's
okay, either way, I feel like I regressed. Okay, and I just couldn't look past it for certain games because there's games on Switch that ran perfect, like Smash, Pokken, Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Those ran fast. Ultra Street Fighter 2, they ran perfectly fine. I enjoyed them. Mario Maker, Luigi's Mansion. There's games I played that even Metroid Remastered, they all run fine. But then it's like the big bangers are like the games that it can't handle, and it's like, but now the Switch 2 answers that.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. I can't enjoy it. Now I can, though. Now I can. I will pay $450 to enjoy these bangers and then some. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, hold on. Before you continue though, but you know there's gonna be someone in the comments saying, you can just emulate it with an emulator, bro. Don't
you can. Yes, you can. But also here's the thing. Okay. I'm all for that. I love emulation. But also, like, I'm not broke either. So like I don't mind buying my games. I like having access to it on the Switch, on the go. The Steam Deck can emulate it, but it's not going to give you that performance boost like it would on PC. So therefore, you still need the Switch 2 to get that 120 frames per second experience of fucking.
We had somebody recently say they were playing Metroid Dread in 60 frames per second on their PC, where like the game's already at 60 frames on the Wii. I mean, not the Wii, excuse me, the Switch one. So like,
Yeah.
what are you talking about, dude?
Yeah, and like new games, you should just buy those. You know?
Yes, public service announcement, people. Old games from that you can't buy anymore. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. eShop closed. Emulate your to your heart's content. Games that people are actually getting the paycheck for. Yeah, you can buy them. Okay, don't.
Yeah, look,
That's my point.
PS3,
That's all.
PS3, 360 on down to the beginning of time. Have at it.
You have at it. Bro.
Download
I'm not-
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're closing shops down. They're delisting games. They're taking them away
Clearly,
from
they don't
you.
want our money anymore.
They don't want the
Exactly
money.
right.
You know, hey, look, I perfect when you guys want to. I want everyone to emulate and download Mortal Kombat 9. ROM fuck the shit out of it because NetherRealm doesn't want that money. WB doesn't want that money. They're not smart
They're
enough.
not interested.
They're not smart enough to understand that that's one of their best Mortal Kombats. Two, it's a cash grab. You don't got to do anything. Just port it and throw and fix the online, and people will be happy. They'll shut the fuck up. But no, so ROM fuck the shit out of that. But at least Nintendo's bringing games back, bro. We got GameCube coming. We have fucking okay. I can't get too hyped for the GameCube. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, hold on. Well, hold on. Let's take a step back and first.
Okay,
Let's
all right.
also let's just take a pause for our mandated. This was our daily shitting on NRS of WB Games section of the podcast.
Oh, they're gonna
Moving
catch
on.
strays all day. They're gonna catch strays all day. They're gonna catch
Moving
strays all fucking day. That's all I gotta say. Anyways,
So they showed the console, right? So
Yeah.
I saw Dream Scourge guy complain about there's a button on the console that you gotta pay for to use. I've never seen a button you have to pay for. Like the button is just how you turn it on, dude. Like the chat feature, because once again, another feature that the Switch was missing. The voice chat was lacking. Oh, I'm tired of this stuff. I don't need to use my phone to talk. That's stupid.
Man.
Let's get to technology of today.
And then
Let's get
Discord.
to 20, yeah, let's get to 2015, 13, whatever. They literally have a Nintendo version of Discord where you can actually hook up a camera, see your friends playing the game in game, and now that's a problem because they want to be compensated for that technology. Yeah, guess what? Discord is free, but we all know Discord sucks ass if you don't pay monthly for it, dude. I'm calling a spade, bro.
I can say I can't say it sucks ass, bro. Like that's insane.
It just sucks. But that
Xbox
sucks
Live
ass, okay?
Party Chat sucks ass, and you pay for it. Like Discord is only trash
Has
on the
good
phone.
Audio quality too.
Yeah,
and
Discord has
Xbox.
Crisp. Like it has Crisp built in for free. Mind you, Crisp is a third-party app that you have to pay for, and that's included in Discord. Okay. Second, Discord is trash on the phone. Anywhere outside the desktop app, yes, it's very trash. Very
Look,
fucking
as a-
trash.
But the point is, Nintendo literally made their own version of Discord in the
And
service.
Discord.
See, look, okay,
You know,
okay, I can't give him two. I can't do it. The Nintendo adding the party chat is cool, but we
Mhm.
can't celebrate a feature. That feature. We can't celebrate some shit that's been going on since the PS3.
No,
Like
you have to
360
celebrate
party
it.
chats and shit.
I understand that, but in this case, you have to celebrate it because we speak, you gamepad talk, whatever, right? And the Switch, use your cell phone. It took them 3 consoles to get this shit right. So yeah, unfortunately, you do have to celebrate this because you can't even count the 3DS or DS unless you count Picto Chat. But still, let's face it, bro. Like, yeah, we have to take these small victories, and I'm taking this small victory as a functioning chat feature in the console.
Well, you
And
can't.
of course,
Well, you can't use the word functioning yet because we don't know how it runs day one.
But this is the
Uh,
biggest honestly, because the last time that we tried to have any like communication wise, me and Boss, I had the Switch plugged into the Xbox, so then that way I could talk to Boss on my Switch through the Xbox
Right.
Party chat. So I
Yes.
do like that they are implementing this feature finally. To,
Yeah, no,
like,
yeah,
run
yes,
these
it's
damn
definitely a
systems.
finally moment, but we can't act like it's a new like.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what I'm
not
saying. That's all I'm
I'm
saying.
not saying it's new. It's like, oh, thank God, finally. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's finally we got it. Nintendo got their head out of their ass, and yeah, it's part of Nintendo Switch Online service. Unfortunately,
So what?
in their
So
mind,
is everything. I don't get how people are shocked by this, dude. This has been going on way before, like, dude.
way before Nintendo was doing it. Nintendo's been doing it for free for the longest until the
Like,
Switch, basically.
dude, yeah, I don't know why we're shocked. Like, you already, if you had the Switch, you were paying for Switch Online. Switch Online is the cheapest
It's
fucking.
the cheapest one.
All right, a year costs
Well.
like 2 months on fucking PlayStation, Xbox.
A year is
Isn't it
1
like
month of Game Pass
25?
Ultimate, right?
Yeah, was it like
Yeah,
20, 25
it's
for
like
a whole
cheap.
year of Nintendo?
It's cheap as fuck, dude. Like, what are we doing here? What? Like, look, I'm not trying to give them a pat in the back. They should have been done that shit. I'm with y'all on
True.
that. I'm with
yes,
y'all on
I
that. But
agree.
dude, it's cheap. Like, are we
Yes, yes.
like, you know what? I'm gonna say it. I know what Nintendo's doing, and you know what? I'm gonna applaud them for this. Nintendo is charging these motherfuckers all this money, nickel and diming them, because you know why? The gaming sphere has been invaded. You know who's been invaded by?
Casuals.
Casuals?
Non-gamers,
talked
people that aren't really fucking gamers, people that only play Among Us and they only play fucking board, I'm bored ass
No.
games, not board
And they play
games.
every game
I'm
on
bored.
easy because they want
Yeah.
the story.
Yeah, I want easy mode. I want story mode, story focus mode. I want
Yep.
Among Us. I want all that baby ass I'm bored ass games. Like, no. Nintendo's
Like, I have
they're taking the craft back. Like, look, if you're gonna buy this shit, that's because you're actually about this hobby. You're actually invested into this hobby. And you know what it takes to have a hobby? Money. And I think we lost
Money.
that.
Yeah,
I think we
gaming's a
lost that.
luxury.
Yeah, gaming's a luxury.
Like-
It's not a thank you. It's not a necessity. It's a fucking
necessity, or like, yeah.
like they don't have to cater to you guys just because you guys play all these nickel games and these dollar games and these fucking free to play mobile games. No, Nintendo's like, look, you're paying $80 if you want this experience. You're going to pay this $450, $500. After tariffs, it's probably going to be $750. I don't give a fuck. I'm buying it because I can, because I'm about the craft. I'm about the hobby. I'm going to invest in it. I'm going to use my money to fucking enjoy my craft. And I'm going to enjoy it even more now because I know these fucking Among Us freaks are not going to be in my lobbies. It's going to be full of gamers like the way it used to be. When I went to an arcade, when you went to an arcade, it wasn't full of fucking, Fruit Ninja players. Nah, motherfucker. It was KI, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat players, Virtual Fighter, Virtual Cop players, Cruising players, gamers. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you.
Ooh, take a breath. Whew. Okay, you spitting hot fire.
Yeah, man.
Reject. We're gonna say real quick. We used to work at a game store together, right? And some days we'd be sitting up there with no customers coming there for 30 minutes. Like, you just look around, there's not a god dang thing anyone needs in this store. This is nothing but luxury. This is nothing but entertainment. Like, look, I get it. We all love video games, but you don't, like, if you can't afford to play them or get the latest and greatest, that's fine. No one's going to look at you funny. Like, I'm not. Like, oh, you ain't got the Switch 2 yet? Okay, I understand. You're waiting for some more games, even though it's backwards compatible with our good majority of all the Switch 1 games you can play. It's like, at the end of the day, bro, we can cry about the price, but this is my take on it. So it's $450 for the Switch, $500 with the Mario Kart game, right?
That's a deal.
So people are crying about how much it costs. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. How much is the PlayStation 5 in 2025?
Same price as the Series X, $500.
Yes, exactly. And when did those consoles both come out?
2020.
So they've been the same price for virtually 5 years. As I stated, this is one of the worst console generations ever due to the fact that the prices have never lowered at all. So how dare Nintendo not charge market value for their brand new console?
So what you're saying,
on par with
so
the stuff
boss,
that's right now.
Are you saying the Switch should cost $550 according to the way the market's going because it's a new console?
It could.
But it's $450. But yeah, it might with tariffs. Yeah, it might. I say $600 with tariffs. That's cool. Yeah. But I agree. I think that people are forgetting that. Like this PS5 should be $450. It should be $400 right now.
Exactly. With the disc drive, it should be 400, dude.
No,
At this point.
450 with disc drive, discless 400.
Well, it's been always that was always 400 discless, so that should be 350 now.
Oh, it should be 350. Yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah. And I get
And-
people that say that too. Go ahead, Reject. My bad.
Well, no, something else I was saying. People are getting mad at Nintendo with the pricing, and they were complaining that it didn't have the OLED screen. So imagine if it had the OLED screen.
Right.
Then it'd be priced even more.
Oh, that shit's
And
easy.
they would
Easy
be crying
600.
more. Yeah, they would be crying more over features that they wanted.
And once again, they're crying
fucking
over the
crazy.
battery life is not as strong as the Switch One. Well, yeah, the Switch One was weak as hell when it came to power. Of course, it can last.
See,
like
that's
8
that's
hours
that's
long.
separating the. That's what they're doing. They're trying to weed out the non. Bro, real gamers are not playing portable only. I'm sorry, they're playing portable. A real gamer will play portable when he's taking a shit, or if someone calls him upstairs when he's
At the
gaming.
airport.
At the airport, yeah, that's what it's for. It's not for the way for you to play it because you don't play like that. We don't play like that, bro. I'm sorry, Nintendo's weeding you guys out. If you have a problem with the price, it's because you're the problem. You're the reason why the game industry is the way it is. Because
And not
they're
to
catering
mention-
to these people that obviously aren't really about the craft. That's the
Right,
problem.
And even with it being portable, hey, they got 2 USB-C ports. You can stick it on the bottom or on top. So you can just play as portable as much as you want. So that battery life thing is null and void. And you don't think Nyko or some other brand's gonna come up with some battery adapter for this thing? Of course they are. Look, I understand this is sticker shock because we haven't seen a Switch in a long time, but the Switch has been $300 to $350 forever. The Switch Lite came out for $200, yeah, but you can't hook it up to your TV. It is a piece of
How much
junk.
they want it to be. That's how much they want it to be. The fucking same price as the light.
And then once again, we're going to talk about prices of things, or this is overpriced. All these more. I'm not buying this. Yeah, well, because how much? Because this is how much they want to charge. They were charging $500 for Mega Man boots a few years ago, and people were running around buying those stupid ass things. True Religion jeans were like $300, and you can get some knockoff jeans at your local K&G or Foreman Mills for $30. It's like people are going to spend what they want to spend, and like once again, if you don't feel like it's worth it to buy the Switch 2 because it costs so much, then don't buy it. I get it. However, you can't be the same motherfucker playing about $80 Mario Kart World when you're buying 2K every year and then buying like the Legend Edition because I gotta get all the VC and stuff when you're gonna buy the same game again 10 months later. Okay, I don't foresee another Mario Kart coming out on the Switch 2. That's it. Normally with Nintendo games, you get one and that's it. No,
Yeah.
no Smash 2, none of the Smash, none of the Mario Kart. I was shocked you got 2 Zelda games on the Switch 1.
Well,
So,
it's
'cause on average,
Zelda.
you
I'm
get one.
gonna be honest. It's Zelda and then
Like half the
Zelda
game.
expansion
Still get two.
pack. It's an expansion
like
pack. It's not a real
It's
game.
like Majora's Mask, basically.
Yeah,
It's Majora's Mask situation, sure. And then of course you got the and you got the 2 top downs, the Link Awakening remake. So you actually got 4 Zelda games on the Switch. So, yeah, that's a lot more than average for a console of Nintendo stature, whatever.
yeah.
But at the end of the day, man, like, look, I just feel like this. Do I want to pay $80 for Mario Kart? No. But am I
We're
going
gonna
to?
pay 50.
Right, I'm gonna get it for 50 with the $500 bundle, exactly. And then when it comes to Metroid Prime, let's face it, I knew that game should have been on Switch 2 from Jump Street. But
Mhm.
kudos to Nintendo because they said, God, was that 2017, 2018 that Metroid Prime 4 was announced? They had to keep it on Switch because they said it was coming to Switch. So yeah, it's coming to Switch. However, if you want to play the
Two.
real version, you
And,
get it
and
on
that's
Switch
where
too.
that's where I was going with it too. Is like, look, this shit costs $450, more in America at least. It might cost more, and the games are $80 or more or whatever. But guess what? If you don't like it, there's one thing you can do. You could buy a Switch One, bro. You could buy yourself a Switch Lite, and you and the rest of the other metal teeth kids could play together, and you guys will be nice, one happy 30 frames per second family, bro. And let us real
But-
gamers play on the new platform.
But what about physical media, Godly? What do you think about how there's game keys on the Switch too now?
This
There's
is,
game keys.
dude. This is not new. This has been going on, like I said, for years. Nintendo's just catching up with times. That's all they're doing. Now, I don't agree with it though. I honestly, it just makes you just only buy digital versions of the games. But
Godly, Godly, I'm gonna stop you right there. You don't have to agree with it because it's already been happening on the
yeah, that's
Switch
what I'm
one.
saying. Like it's on
I'm
a
holding I'm holding
Wasn't
5 games
Bayonetta
right
like
now.
that?
I'm holding 5 games right now in my hand. What's this? Starlink, Battle for Atlantis. What's this say up top? Internet download required. Micro SD card may require. Mortal Kombat 11, Aftermath, full game download. Game card not included. Metal Gear Solid 1 Master Collection. What's this say? Download and micro SD card required. Mega Man X Legacy 1 and 2. What's this say in little fine print?
yeah, Mega
Includes the
Man.
game card for
Listen
Mega
to
X
that.
and
Mega
the download
Man.
code for Mega X2.
Mega Man X, bro, fits on a fucking thumb drive, bro. Like
Floppy
that
disk?
was a download, bro. Like I have Overwatch.
Yes.
I have Overwatch 1 on Switch.
Download only, right? No
Download.
cartridge,
There's
right?
no cartridge. It was just a nice
Mhm.
little piece of paper.
Yep.
Why are we outraged about this? Why
I
are
know
we
why,
out? Wait,
because
does it cost
because
more for
people-
the physical version?
I mean, it costs the same price, but then for you can get it used. Let me rephrase that. You can't get it used. You can get it cheaper when the stores want to get rid of like liquidate copies. Because like Reject, don't you got the Resident Evil trilogy on Switch?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
But if
Oh,
you
yeah, I
bought it
do.
used, all you would get is RE4, not 5 and 6, correct?
Yeah, you don't get those at all, nah. They're like
Yeah, but-
upload codes.
Yeah, they were download codes. So this is nothing new, people, with these game keys. Okay, they've been doing this since the Switch One. Now, and another thing too about this key code stuff. You really think you're gonna get Cyberpunk, Borderlands 3, and all these other games on this console without a download? These companies are not going to lose their ass on these damn cartridges. They're probably 64 gigs, probably the largest one. No, you're going to download the rest. Street Fighter 6 should not be on Switch if they used, the standard 32 gigabyte card. You're
Yeah.
going to have to download some of it, dude, because that's why it looks just as good as the Series S at times or the PS4 Pro, if not even better, because it's not compressed to hell like
Mhm.
let's say The Witcher 3 on the Switch 1 is. And once again, to go back to Cyberpunk, the reason why they're putting Cyberpunk on Switch 2, because shockingly enough, The Witcher 3 sold exceptionally well on the Switch.
That's crazy. Yeah. I'll never
Yeah.
forget when you told me that. I was like, wait, people bought that version? So
Yes,
I don't
people
blame
bought
them.
that.
I don't blame them for porting Cyberpunk now. And
Yeah.
people try to shit on it. I saw it. They're only at 40 frames per second. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. But guess what? People are gonna fucking buy this, man.
Exactly.
People are gonna
I
buy this,
mean,
man. I'm sorry, dude. It's
Y'all bought it on PS4 and y'all dealt with it back then in 2020. Y'all forced yourself to enjoy it. So and then the Switch market, like I think people seem to understand, like I said, the hardcore gamer is the guy that's listening to this podcast or the guy that's constantly on Twitter not gaming. Dude,
I know
there's a subsect of people that are playing the Switch and enjoying life, not worried about any of that shit. So it's on Switch. They're going to buy that shit, dude. Elden Ring on Switch. Oh, great. Now I can play this game because I don't have a PC and I primarily play Nintendo games. I'm interested in those games, but they're not willing to drop $400, $500 on a console for one game. Just like how people would say, I'm not buying Mario Kart 8 on the Switch too, because you know why? You wasn't gonna play in the fucking first place. So you just gotta, it's like the whole thing on social media. I'm leaving XYZ social media platform. Like, dude, this isn't an airport, bro. You don't have to announce your departure. You don't have to tell the whole world what games you ain't gonna buy, bro. Okay? Who
Yeah.
cares?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, dude, there's a market that, like, not to twist shift gears, but I saw the Minecraft movie this weekend, right? Me and my other friend, we're both old dads in our 40s, whatnot, right? These kids, these teens were going nuts for scenes in that movie. We looked at each other like, what is going on?
Chicken
'Cause you know
jockey.
why? Yeah, chicken jockey, right? Flint and steel, all that type of shit. They were going nuts for this stuff. So because we're in our little bubble, oh, no one likes Minecraft. Minecraft's trash.
Oh.
But in reality, Minecraft is probably one of the biggest games in the world, dude.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so like you once you get out of your little insulated bubble of I only play on this console. I don't play childish Nintendo games, brother. For every one adult game you play, there's 10 people buying there's kiddie Mario Kart games, dude.
Yep.
It has been proven with numbers to back it up. So can we stop this nonsense, bro?
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, guys, I'm boss. I honestly, Advanced Boss is the shill here.
Yeah.
He was the one that was
He
going to buy
is.
this shit regardless, right? I'm gonna say that,
Oh,
right?
regardless.
He was,
Yes.
so he can actually say he was going to buy this regardless. I wasn't. I wasn't going to buy this, and there's a couple things that made me want to buy it. Okay, there's one really big positive that people are forgetting. You're gonna be able to pre-order this, and Switch 2 is one of the rare situations we're gonna actually get a midnight release for this. So
Yep.
that was one thing that kind of sold me, because like I said, I'm a gamer. I've experienced midnight releases, the pre-orders, all that shit. I've been through these moments in gaming, and I feel like, man, with the Switch 2 might be the last console we get that for. So I want to experience that. And
Now, of course, real quick, sorry, to put an asterisk on it, I was about to say something. The PS5 didn't have a midnight launch, but I tend to forget we were in COVID times.
Oh, that's was
Yeah.
COVID.
Yeah.
yes,
They
but
opened up in the morning,
there was no
but- so,
midnight
yeah.
release. There's no midnight launch for Xbox,
Nope.
for PlayStation, not for Steam Deck, not for none of this
Not
shit.
for
You
Call
guys,
of Duty
not for Call
no
of
more.
There's none of
You
that
know.
shit no more. And if it is,
Yeah.
it's probably just in your town. Just let you know. But like the
Yep.
overall mainstream, there isn't midnight releases anymore. That honestly was what sold me on the day one, because the Switch to me, okay, for me, the Switch fixed everything I've complained about the Switch One with. Okay.
Mhm,
The only thing the
mhm.
Switch lacked for me specifically was games. Like Switch 2 games. Like Mario Party or Mario Kart was cool, but I still needed like two more bangers to kind of like go along with that. Now, Metroid Prime 4 looks cool, but it also kind of looks like a GameCube game, like in a safe, positive way. Like I mean that like it looks good, but they definitely played it safe with it. Like they didn't do anything too crazy, nothing too over the top, and that's not a bad thing. It's just it just kind of was like, did they at least add multiplayer? And it's like, no, okay. You have keyboard and mouse controls, or mouse controls for nothing, just to shoot bugs, and it's like
Now,
you're
look,
not utilizing that. You know what I'm saying? So like,
I'm not.
but
I'm
there's
not trying
but
to damage
there's
control.
but
for
hold
this.
on.
Yeah, you are.
No,
No,
hold
I'm
on.
not.
But
Okay, I'll let you do it.
there's one big game that really got me excited, and that was Dusk Bloods. If
Yeah,
that
Dusk Bloods,
would have launched, I fuck all that shit. I would have just had that game and Mario Kart, and I'd have been happy. But it's 2026, so at that initial point, I was like, I'm not getting this shit day one. But there's another game, that Donkey Kong. That Donkey Kong
Yeah.
looks cool, and it has
Donkey Kong.
there hasn't been a 3D Donkey Kong in a long time. So now I got Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Now I got Donkey Kong. But now let's cycle it back. Remember, I didn't say I didn't play Breath of the Wild.
Or
I
Tears
saw-
of the Kingdom. Yeah.
Well, I'm more interested in Breath of the Wild first, because I didn't play
Of
it.
course.
Now I'm like, shit, I could play Breath of the Wild now.
Achievements.
Yeah, I could play Breath of the Wild now. This game's
Mhm.
playable. Holy shit, it looks good and it's playable. They literally did everything I wanted the Switch to be, and so that's what it is. And it's $450. I honestly, I wish there wasn't tariffs and all that shit going on, because I think that price is fine. And there's nothing wrong. It's cheaper than PS5, cheaper than the Series X. So fuck it, it's cool. It's cool with me. But
And
It's cheaper than most gaming
yeah,
tablets.
it's
too.
cheaper than my
Like a
iPad.
lot.
It's cheaper than my
Cheaper than everything.
AirPods. It's cheaper than my
Yeah.
Apple Watch. It's cheaper than, dude. There's so much shit that I own that costs more than that Switch 2, and that Switch 2 does so much more than a lot of the shit that I do have. So
and
I'm
they're
cool with
yet
it,
complain.
and I'm cool with it. Like I said, as a person that didn't really want this shit day one, I had to look at the other things that, like, damn, this does that. All right, now they have GameCube coming, and I'm like, man, that's an extra plus. Now, I, in my opinion, the GameCube was a fumble. In my opinion, I'm just gonna be honest, and it might be just specific to just me. I have
It's not you.
I have a modded
It's not you.
GameCube. I have
Yeah, it's
every
not
game.
just you.
I have every game available. So showing me single player Zelda, Mario games or whatever, that's not going to blow my mind. Okay, what's gonna blow my mind if you push the envelope like how they do with Soul Calibur 2, that was cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
That was tight.
Yes.
That I wasn't
that was
expecting
awesome.
that. I did not expect that. But you know what else would be
Yeah.
cool? One, they should have dropped the Pokemon Coliseum as well. Okay, I don't know
Well,
why
they
we
will,
why we
but-
drip why we
Yeah.
drip. No, okay, we're gonna
Multiplayer.
get that in fucking 2026 and shit. Because I know
Yeah.
Nintendo, I know how they drip feed the fucking NSO games, and that's another problem I have. But anyways, like, where's the Melee? Where's Ultimate Muscle? Where's fucking I don't know, the Mario parties? Where's Where's Double Dash? Exactly. Like where's those other games?
Here's well, come on, man. Hold on, man. Take a breath, because I gotta address some of these things and maybe help you out. All right, number one, about as far as Metroid Prime for not having multiplayer, as much as that would be cool, look at Doom Dark Ages have multiplayer, and I really just boil down to they're not trying to compete with free to play games, dude. I hate to say, like, we're not even trying to bother with that shit because no one's gonna drop play
Weird.
Fragpunk, COD, Fortnite, or whatever to play our
Weird.
little game. I'm just saying, bro. Yeah,
We're
it's
not
just-
trying to compete. I'm
exactly.
sorry.
um,
See, guys, I
um,
told you, Boss is a real shill. He really thinks he's Nintendo. That motherfucker really said,
Like,
he said, look, guys, we're not trying to compete with these free to play games. Like, this motherfucker
Yeah,
got a
Like, he's on the
suit.
team.
This dude's called Advanced Boss. Boss Tendo. I swear. Dude.
Oh man, you get
That's
you
hilarious.
lost my train of thought. What else you could play? Oh, the NSO. Now look,
Here we go.
I would say-
What you guys got under your sleeve? Tell me, Nintendo.
No, I would say if I bought a GameCube day one and I got Wind Waker, Soul Calibur, and F-Zero, that's not a bad launch item, right? Of course, those three games are cool. But the problem is, like you said, when is the game number 4, game number 5 gonna come out? That's the problem, dude. Like you'll be old and dead before that system gets 12 games on it, bro.
Yeah.
And you said about Ultimate Muscle, and I thought about like, that'd be cool. Maybe bait and oh, never mind. They remastered that game. It's gonna be really dicey, guys. They're gonna remaster those games when they put it on there for free. See, Namco has zero interest in remastering Soul Calibur 2. We don't even like Soul Calibur no more. We hell at this rate, we barely like Tekken 8. We fucked that up recently, right? So shit, Nintendo, here you can get Soul Calibur 2, knock yourself out. I mean, Mario Party needs to come. Maybe a Fantasy Star game could come. That would be dope. I mean, now they can get. See, you can't even get Def Jam Vendetta because of the licensing issue. So
You
I would just say
would.
this.
Nintendo needs Sonic. Nintendo needs Sonic.
Yeah, it would be
Yeah.
cool. They got Sonic,
Yeah,
on there. That would
Sonic
be dope.
Riders would be dope on there.
Sonic Riders, yeah.
Like, dude, there's a lot of games the GameCube could have
Bloody
had.
Roar could be on there, maybe because
Eternal Darkness. If you want to put a single player game,
yeah.
you could have did
That's
Twin
a deal there.
Snakes. You could have had Twin Snakes and Eternal Darkness. And
That's if
that's
Konami wants to make that money, but they probably don't really.
they
Not for
do.
that,
They're releasing master collections and shit, and they're coming out with Octopus games. They're gonna need money after that shit flops.
Octopus.
Every day on Twitter when they share that Octopus game, guys, look at Konami's post. If you guys are on Twitter or X, look at every time they post that stupid fucking Octopus game. You will find me under their comments. They said, "Did you know an octopus?" They put some stupid fact, right? And I put, "Hey Konami, did you know that your fans don't give a fuck about this game? They really want Metal Gear Solid 4 online, and they really want Castlevania and DDR collection. Did you know that?"
True.
That's
I
what
mean,
I
you're not
do.
wrong.
Poor Konami. I don't give a fuck.
If there's one wish list I could have for the GameCube lineup, I'll just move on from there. Capcom. Hey, Capcom, Cap God, as you guys call it. Look, I know you got those Street Fighter 6 amiibos coming that I heard cost $30. So if you're gonna use all that money, you're gonna get off me because you know my dumb ass gonna buy at least Kimberly twice. I have one to open, one to put on my wall. Can you do me a solid and put Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3?
Oh my
And
god.
on the service, you know, because it's really
Oh, my-
hard to play the OG Resident Evil 2 and 3 in modern consoles. You know, I don't even need remake. I mean, I don't need remake 1 and 0 because that's, you know, you've been done that, been there. Code Veronica's been done. 2 and 3. Just give me those two, bro, and I'll shut the fuck up. And maybe Resident Evil 4 GameCube, but that might be asking too much, you know. That's all. But yeah, guys, I know. I know that- I know, dude. And trust me, that GameCube controller. Look. This is
Good
me being
luck.
anti-shield.
Good
Yeah,
luck.
good luck. So go to your local K&G or Burlington Coat Factory, some outlet store. You might be able to find a wireless GameCube controller for the Switch, like I did a few years ago, and just play it like
K&G.
that, dude. Oh, not K&G. Yeah, they don't sell
What
game
the
controllers there.
fuck? Burlington Coat Factory?
Yeah, Burlington Coat Factory sell game controllers, dude. Hey, next time you go there, you'll be surprised, dude. You'll be
What the
shocked.
hell?
They
Like
make
an
Okay.
electronic
Look, guys.
section, kind
Yeah,
of
look,
like Ross and
on-
Marshalls.
All
and
right,
shit.
folks. On behalf of NJN, I'd like to apologize for Advanced Boss for showing us his maximum
clearance section. Yes,
fried
that's all
chicken
that-
lips that he just brought onto the show right now. This motherfucker really said K&G and Burlington Coat Factory. Boss, what's next? Foreman Mills?
They don't have GameCube stuff over there, brother.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
You would
Or
know.
Switch stuff.
Okay.
Switch stuff. Yeah, I
Okay.
wouldn't know. Sorry,
Yeah.
I can't
You got
get no
PS2.
I can't get no Osiris shoes there, so I wouldn't know, bro. Okay.
Hey, look, man,
Calm
you
down.
get your money up, man. You supposed to be buying $700 GameCubes. Get some Osiris's, nigga. Damn.
My point is, like I said, with the GameCube controller for the Switch 2, there's alternate ways around it because they still said all the old Joy-Cons and Pro controllers will work from the Switch 1 on the 2. I'm just giving you a pro tip. You get these GameCube controllers now before you go on eBay and pay what, $100 for one of these damn things.
Do you have any of the Switch GameCube controllers? Because I have Switch GameCube controllers, and they weren't hard to find either.
I have one. I have a wireless one, and I have obviously, the wired ones for from the Wii U days from Smash
Yeah.
Brothers. But yeah,
But
Yeah, I have
but
a
there's one
wireless
positive
GameCube.
we're forgetting. Like, the Switch 2 has backwards compatible
The
accessory.
controllers,
whatever.
Yeah.
yeah.
So you can use your GameCube adapter. I'm cool with that.
Yep.
I'll use my
Yeah.
native actual GameCube controller. I don't want I'll get, if I see it, cool, I'll get it. But if I don't, I'm good. I won't even be mad. It's just
Dude, I have like
Yeah.
7 GameCube controllers.
That GameCube
Yeah.
controller has the C button on it, guys. Come on.
I have the C.
It's chargeable.
I have the C stick. I'm
Yeah, I
okay.
have the C-stick.
Yeah.
we need the C button, the chat. But
Ah.
when you're not playing Melee online.
Yeah, because they're not gonna allow that. Nintendo
Yeah,
doesn't.
I'm
They
telling
don't.
you, I would be stunned if Melee is ever on that service, dude. Stunned, because Smash Brothers on
Well,
the Switch right now, right?
I could tell you that no. I could tell. Hell no.
It's not.
Hell
It's
no.
not?
No.
Hell
Wow, I thought
no.
it was.
No.
man.
No. People would
No,
be.
what?
No. People would be happy for once.
Oh well, see, that's Nintendo being Nintendo, man.
Look,
I hate to
man.
say it.
Look, I say the one thing that's trash about or weird and trash is that the game sharing thing. How you have to let someone borrow it for 2 weeks and you can't play it. It's like
Can I be a shield?
no.
again?
Oh god,
Yes.
I'm scared. Please, as long as you don't bring up K&G and Church's Chicken somehow,
I didn't.
you can show.
Look, guys, I wish I had a camera on. So I just grabbed my copy of Mega Man X Collection out the case, right? So if I let Reject borrow it physically, I can say, hey, man, give me my game back, right? It's gone. I had to wait till he gives it back to me. But then he lives all the way in Texas. So there's no telling when I'm getting my game back, right? Well, at least with this way, 14 days, Nintendo says, all right, brother, you had enough of that game. Time to take it back. I got my Mega Man X Collection. Thanks, Reject. Did you enjoy it? He was like, yeah, man, that game was awesome. Mega Man X3 rules. I'm glad you got a chance to play it. Now, of
I think
course,
I think that
You know.
sharing thing is kind of cool because it said that you could do it over online too, right?
but yeah, the only thing that sucks, I think these switches have to be together locally.
No, it
first,
says
which
it
is
says
stupid.
local initialization. Yeah, initializing it has to be
Oh,
local.
damn, that sucks.
Yeah, that sucks. We all gotta get together. All right, guys, let's all get our switches together.
Yeah,
It'd be
right.
just
That's
so dumb. That's the only thing that they have to fix that. If they fix that, then Nintendo will have something cooking right now. But this whole you gotta have them paired together first, then you can do the game shit. Like, bro, I get it, Nintendo. You love some DRM now. You found out that acronym, and Doug Bowser took over. Like, nah, we're not doing this like Reggie did. No. I need all
He
the
was like-
monies, okay?
He was like, look, guys, I was on the plane in here coming from America to Japan, and I watched this very good live stream that taught me everything we need to do with the Switch 2. Oh, yeah?
Uh-oh.
What is that, Bowser's son? Look, guys, you'll never believe this, but all we have to do is do exactly what the Xbox One VCR did and we're gonna do that, and we're gonna blow these fuckers' minds away. And brother, it worked.
Yeah,
So many
well,
people are talking about Nintendo Switch. It's crazy.
yeah.
And I'm ready for it. I'm ready for the Switch too, man. I didn't want it at first, but now I want it.
yes.
I want it more now.
I'm definitely getting down.
Yeah, now that people are crying for it, now they're crying about how much it costs. I'm purposely gonna buy one, maybe two.
And once again, if these games, these upgrade packs as they're called, cost $20
Mhm.
for old Switch games,
Yeah.
newsflash, Slick, go to your
Slick.
local used video game store. Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild should be dirt cheap. I can go on Woot.com. Hey, Amazon, you don't need to sponsor this podcast because Woot, I can get Kirby's in the Forgotten Kingdom right now for $40. So therefore, I can play the Switch game now. Switch 2 pops around. I put in another $20. Wow! Now it's a $60 game. Not $80 for me. Y'all gotta be smart about this shit, dude. You guys act so fucking dumb. You guys act like there's no way to get cheap games. You guys act like there's no way to get cheap Xbox Live. You act like there's no way to get cheap, PlayStation games off eBay. Like, I get it, bro. Like, shit costs money. I guess you know what else costs money? Orange juice. You know how much orange juice is now? It's almost $9 fucking a gallon, bro. You don't
All
even-
right,
yeah, I'm
all right,
thinking
all
about
right,
it,
all right,
but I still have to
all right.
buy it. Okay. Oh yeah. Stop.
Yeah, all right. They're not ready for that conversation. Look,
Relax,
they're still
relax.
trying to process the fact that we said that video games are a luxury.
Luxury, yeah.
What?
I'm entitled to video games.
Us on my Switch too. I want to play Duck Goose.
Are we at the point now where it's like, oh, that's what they mean by gamers are entitled now? Because I always used to hate when they said, "Oh, entitled gamers."
No,
Yeah, I
no,
think
no.
people get
Gamers are
some
not
games to be
entitled.
free.
So
Gamer-
the casuals are entitled.
Casuals.
Ooh, yeah.
The problem.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying,
Mm.
bro.
Mhm.
They've catered to this audience that didn't exist before, like when gaming was real. And this audience is all your like I say, Among Us, your Roblox players, your Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel players, like all these dudes that
Tamagotchi life.
Tamagotchi life players, all the
Yeah,
games, all the games that let you sit there and tickle your ball sack while you're playing. Those people
Yo.
that play that shit, bro, ball sack or clit sack, whatever you want to call it, I don't know, whatever you got, I don't care. Yeah, those aren't games, bro. Those are not games, brother.
If I'm playing a game on my phone and I'm having fun, I'm a gamer.
Yeah, like if
Okay, I
you're
don't give a fuck.
Pokemon, I blame
What you-
Pokemon Go. I blame all
Mm.
these accessible games,
Candy Crush.
Candy Crush, all that shit, bro. All that.
Wait,
all,
Resident Evil 2 remake on my iPhone.
yeah. You're a special gamer. Well, but yeah, like, dude, it's just I just feel like we're just reaching the point now that the gamers are like, oh, cool. Sure, that sucks, but we don't want, like, we're not saying, ooh, Nintendo charges more. No, we're not saying that. We're just like, whatever, you
Damn,
know,
fuck.
like fuck. I guess I got to spend $600 on the fucking Switch too because I'm a gamer.
Well,
this is part of the game, you know. And we
I
did that in the
also- I
90s,
also
bro.
blame-
We did
yeah,
that in the
yeah.
90s, bro. Like
about to say
literally,
it.
I say I used to cut grass for fucking $90 KI and well, how much were Saturn games? Like $60-$70 and
Turok was like $80 on 64, dude.
yeah, dude. Like
Donate
I
plasma. Donate plasma.
yeah, like dude, like we used to do that because we were gamers. We were just like, it sucks, but if I want to play this game, it's what I gotta do, you know. So I just feel like we're reached that point now, and I think we have to reset gaming. Gaming needs a refresh.
Yeah, this
There-
is the
there's-
gaming crash.
there-
This is the
there's-
gaming crash they all been talking about. But the
Yeah,
fact
this is the
we're gonna
crash.
weed out you scrubs.
Yeah,
That's the crash. Weed
I
out you
think-
scrubs.
the main point of this video is Nintendo has one huge problem with the Switch 2. And what is that problem? You casual fucking gamers, you broke gamers, you gamers that are really not about the hobby. That's the problem. It's not Nintendo. They're just weeding
this
you
is a
guys
hobby,
out.
bro.
This is our
Yeah.
world. You're just wasting our
So
fucking
what
time. The
What about
gatekeep.
those YouTubers, guys? Those ones
They
that
don't-
are saying that
They don't pay for it.
Oh
Oh,
my God.
wait. Oh, you're talking about the
What about
rage
their
baiters?
opinions, guys. What about them?
First of all, the YouTubers they're fine. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to come at the YouTubers because it's all a hustle. I respect the hustle. I am coming at the motherfuckers that can't think for themselves. Remember, boss, we talked about this.
Yes.
It's not the
Yes.
YouTubers. It's the people that take what they say and use that to
As the
form
gospel
their
truth.
as the truth, to form their opinion, to form their brain. I'm like, what happened to thinking for yourself, bro?
I'm too
The-
tired. I ain't got time to think about myself. I got
Like,
some
okay, let's
dinner,
talk about
I gotta wash the
Minecraft.
dishes.
Remember Minecraft? We Boss and I did not want to see fucking Minecraft. I did not want to see
Nope.
fucking Minecraft this weekend. I saw Minecraft. I fucking love that movie. That movie was great.
I also enjoyed
I
it.
hated that. I saw that fucking trailer. I saw Jack Black. I saw the fucking that fat bitch and the big the tall strong dude, Jason, whatever his name is. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is this? This looks dumb. This looks cringe. I saw the movie. Dude, Minecraft was a fucking blast, bro. I couldn't believe it. Couldn't
But if
fucking
you went on
believe
the
it.
internet,
But if I,
you would
yes,
say, "Oh, this
if I would
movie
have let the
looks dumb."
YouTubers tell me, if I would
Yep.
let the YouTubers tell me, I would be like, oh, fuck that woke trash. That woke trash. Nope.
Yeah. Yep.
Nope, it's great. It's great, bro. And guys, look, I'll be honest. The woke shit's out of control. I'm not that guy, right? I don't fuck with that shit sometimes. There's no woke shit in Minecraft at all, actually. That's what's crazy. It's actually just funny, goofy ass movie that's probably the most video game movie out of all video game movies, believe it or not. Like, I'm trying to really think of a video game movie that's on par with how true to the source. I don't know.
Pretty,
It's
pretty
like
close.
it's literally like you're just, yeah, it's literally like video game source material to the damn near to the max.
The best way I described it, most video game movies are like XYZ game character comes to the real world, right? In this
Yeah.
case, the real world went to Minecraft.
Yeah, and you had to you had to
yeah.
survive in real life Minecraft mechanics situations. Like you had to use Minecraft knowledge to survive and to go through what they went through, and that's what made it dope. So that's another cool thing about Minecraft. You had to play Minecraft to understand what the fuck is going on. So that's another cool thing. It's another gatekeep the idiots out of here that don't play fucking games. So I'm cool with that, man. My kids had a blast. I had a blast. And I played Minecraft. I was one of the OG Minecraft players when it first came out. So I was related to it. I was like, oh shit, they really have a crafting table. Oh, spoiler alert. Oh shit, there's really mechanics from the game to tell the story in the movie. There's not a story telling you about the game. No, it's the other way around. The game is using gameplay mechanics to tell you the story. I don't know. Like, anyways, like I said, Nintendo has a huge problem. And the problem is you, crybaby, smooth brain, non-thinking casuals. Sorry you didn't have Among Us as a launch title. I'm sorry you didn't have Duck Duck Goose and all these other goofy ass games. These $1 these $1 to $5 games that you've been playing all year ever since COVID. And that's the problem. That's the problem, bro.
Piggyback with what Reject said about the YouTubers as well. I swear, forgot all the people who say the Switch sucks. I'm not buying it. As they get their super chats, what's going to happen on June 2nd? Hey guys, I got the Switch too. Let's boot this bad boy up, see how trash it is. Wait a minute, I thought you wasn't buying it. Well, I got to get it for you guys to make sure it's garbage, and they're enjoying the shit off stream.
You
Yeah.
have to play Mario Kart with me and everybody.
Yeah, super chat, drop $5.
Super chat for an invite to my Mario Kart world.
Exactly.
Whoa! Every super chat, I beat a level. This game's fucking garbage, guys. Hey, super chat to watch me play Metroid Prime with mouse controls. Wow!
Exactly.
Radical. Like, dude, shut the fuck up, bro.
This game sucks, guys, right? Yeah, $20 from Momo Jones. I could play this on my GameCube. Yeah, that's right, bro. What game should we get next on Switch to shit? Oh, we should get that one next? Yeah, let's get make sure we need more members. Like, oh, okay, that's what they're doing. Yeah, they're enjoying the game, but they have to, like, I do YouTube. One day, hey, like we said back in the day, we ain't gonna grift. We're gonna keep it how we feel. And I'm just emphasize this to be crystal clear. Do I want to pay $80 for video games? No. But am I going to play $80 for a game that I want to play? Yes, it's like Tears of the Kingdom. $70 for a Switch game. Don't buy it. Don't ain't stopping me, brother. So y'all can have that issue. I was having my fun with my game. And now Golly can have fun with his game in 60 frames per second now. I have man.
Yep, it gave me what I want, bro. Yeah, dude, it gave me what I like. Honestly, you guys should be jealous of me. All you
am
motherfuckers
jealous.
should be jealous of me because I held out. I have a Switch, but I didn't play everything because I was like, man, this one's like shit, man. If only they came out with a performance patch or some type of performance upgrade, or a dock that gave you better power. I always said that. I know you guys didn't hear
Yes,
this,
you did
but
always say that.
I've
I know,
always said
yes.
that about the Switch. I was like, the Switch is raw, but I wish I had more power. I just really wish I had more power. I don't care about the graphic.
Nintendo
I
power.
actually didn't want 4K. Yeah, I didn't care about the 4K. I wanted the frame rate. Like, give me the frame rate and I'd be happy. And they did. So now all those games you guys did fucking rush through and slobbered all over, I'm going to enjoy them in my crispy $25, $30 upgrade in 60 frames per second. For how many frames you're getting is how much I'm going to pay for that shit to get upgraded. And I'm happy for it. I'm happy with it. Fuck it. I'm not broke. I got money.
Yeah, and I might end up getting Yakuza 0, the director's cut.
Yeah, it's in
because,
English.
it's in English.
I
And,
could put my headphones in and look down and look away. You know what I'm saying?
No.
That's-
Oh no.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing about it. Like, that's the only thing about Yakuza 0. Like, they be talking a lot, and then you like, I'm dozing up. Like, wait a minute, I gotta read this shit. Fuck. So yes, an English dub with new scenes and getting to play that game over again. Yeah, I'm sign me up. Hey, once again, more third parties on the Switch 2 is a good thing, guys. Madden's coming to Switch. 2K is coming to Switch. WWE 2K is coming to Switch. Cyberpunk, Street Fighter. You know Tekken 8 is going to eventually get there. This is a good thing. And unfortunately for you morons, to get these games on the system, these little cartridges, because you guys love your physical media, you're going to pay for that shit. And let the record be said right now. Switch 3, PlayStation 6, Xbox, whatever. Get ready for the digital consoles, dude.
Digital only.
Yeah, get ready for your digital only games, dude. So your Switch 1, get all your Switch 1 games you can right now, because that's gonna be your last vestige of physical media. Because once again, like I said before, I love my physical copy. Let me play my Overwatch because I own it physically. Huh? Overwatch 2? What's this? Yeah, it doesn't fucking matter, dude. It's a game key. Whether you guys like it or not, at least Nintendo's kind of be upfront about this shit. But at the end of the day, dude, and then all the PC gamers, I'm going PC, whatever, right? Well, guess what? As much as I love Steam, you could possibly get your account locked out. What if you forget your password one day? Oh, fuck, I forgot my password. Then all your games are gone. And now, of course, that's a crazy scenario, but it could happen, right? Because you don't own a damn thing physically on Steam. So what are we arguing here, guys? Look, gaming sucks. I get it. We're never going back to Super Nintendo. We're never going back to PS2. And we're sure as hell not going back to 360 days. Once you realize that, take a deep breath and just enjoy what you want to enjoy, dude. And stop crying on the internet.
Yep.
Like we're doing.
Yeah, right.
Well, we're not really crying. We're more like defending the honor of
Yeah.
gaming. We're gatekeeping. That's what we're doing. We're gatekeeping
Yes.
non-gamers
Yes.
out, and I'm for it. It's been a long time coming, and
It's day of reckoning, my friends.
it's time for you guys to go back to your little holes. Yeah, go back to your Among Us. Go back to your Fightcade.
TV show.
Go
back to your
Doing dumb shit.
Go back to
Yeah.
playing your same 2-3 games you've been playing for the past 30 years. That's fine.
Yes.
Stick
It's
to
time for
your
us to take
stick to your
control.
it's time for the gamers to play. And that's just what we got for y'all today, man.
To wrap this podcast up, man, I'm gonna quote Sir Goldman. Man went too far. Man committed a sin. And now we need a new ruler. Show yourself. The Switch 2 is here. Because let's face it, bro. If this is the console that's gonna weed out these morons from playing games, whatnot, then so be it, bro. Once again, when GTA 6 comes out and it costs more than $70, I don't want to hear a goddamn thing from anybody online. And I was going, it's GTA 6. Okay, you know how much money y'all done spent on this game with the shark cards? Oh, but cry me a river about an $80 Mario Kart game, dude. Shut up. Shut up. You guys have been ruining gaming for forever. You know how much money we done dropped in Fortnite, Dead by Daylight, all these other games? Yeah, guess what? I paid for Dead by Daylight. I paid for Rainbow Six Siege. So what difference does it make? At least, I mean, oh my god, it sucks. Gaming is a hobby. You spend money on your hobby. If I was a sneakerhead, I'd be buying every pair of Jordans, every other different color. It is what it is, dude. But guess
Mm-hmm.
what? Do you need those Jordans? No. Do you need those jeans? No. Do you need that latest iPhone? No. And do you need the Nintendo Switch if you can't afford it? No.
No.
Nope,
But
nope,
guess
nope.
what? I can afford it. Not the glow of money. Or guess what? Oh, I'm going to do whatever it takes to make sure I can afford it, right?
You got
And
plenty
I'm
of
going to
time.
enjoy my hobby. Exactly. You got 2 months, guys, allegedly. So if you got do some door dashing, you got sell some plasma, trade in your old consoles. Hey man, there's all sorts of ways. Cause don't act like I didn't see y'all trading your PS5s for that Pro, scrambling shit or selling TVs and shit. I saw you kids smooth. Oh yeah. So I don't want to hear this shit. Oh y'all, it's too much. Y'all will find a way. Y'all, it's always a way. Life finds a way. All right.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I gotta say, man.
Yeah, and so I mean, Reject, any closing thoughts, closing prayers?
No, boss literally kind of, since he's the shill around here, he basically nailed he nailed everything.
Hmm.
Honestly, I'm gonna get it day one, and the price never stopped me. I think I'm the most brokest out of everyone here, and it still didn't even fucking stop me. That price, I was like, huh,
It's because
that's
you're a
actually
gamer. You're at your
that's actually kind of cheap.
yeah, like you're a gamer, bro. You're actually about the craft, and that's the thing we're trying to get people to understand. It's not about shilling. It's not about being, It is weird too, because like I've seen people that are in other forms of entertainment that are complaining, like Boss of the sneakerhead, the collector, this and that. Like even the guys from Home Arcade that buy arcade one ups.
Oh my
You
god.
fucking idiots bought Marvel versus Capcom 2
My
for
God.
$700, bro. You bought the
Just to play
shittiest
with 12 people
to play with,
online.
to get your ass whooped by the same 12 people and shitty buttons, the worst way to play Marvel 2 with the shitty online in a shitty cardboard box. Like
One game too.
well, it came with multiple games on there, but like that was the flagship title on that cabinet. And it's like the audacity to hear anybody from that community or anything complain about that price is fucking hilarious to me, bro. So like I said, Nintendo's weeding the people out, bro. This is for the gamers. I'm for it. Gatekeep. I don't give a fuck. I'm not even chilling. I don't give a fuck because I have a top of the line PC. I got all the consoles I need, and I'm just gonna add this to my list because I'm a gamer. I want to play the games I want to play. So, Breath of the Wild, Donkey Kong, Mario Kart World, here I come.
Switch.
Yes.
And we are Next Gen Nostalgia. Hit that fucking subscribe button. If you're new here, hit that like button. Leave a comment if you're a shill, or if you're not a
Oh
shill.
yeah. Yeah, please
Let
tell
us
us
know.
why you're not going to buy it. Yeah, please. I mean, I have happily engaged. I'm not going to troll. I'm not going to be a jerk. I just want to know. And hey, you know what? Let's have a discussion. Let's be adults. Can we do that, guys? Yes.
Mm-hmm. But yep, we are Next Gen Nostalgia, and we are out. Peace out, y'all.
Later.
Later.